Hello everyone, and welcome back to Vlogtober Day 12. I am Angie, Indie Dyer, and General Mess. I recorded like 7 minutes of me just complaining, and I went ahead and deleted that because it was just me being very toxic and negative, and that's not really the vibes that I want to be putting into the internet. It's not really my style. So I deleted it, and now I'm going to start over. So today's Monday, and Mondays being what they are, Mondays. Today was it was okay for a Monday. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, which is kind of par for the course really on a Monday because there's so much other stuff that I have to be considering. But that's okay. It has been markedly improved by us. We ordered takeaway to be delivered from this amazing Turkish restaurant that's near here, and I don't know, I think it probably opened up maybe a year ago or something, but I remember, sort of mid-February, or maybe it was late February, when I was getting ready to go to, it must have been late February then, I was getting ready to go to Unravel Yarn Festival down in Farnham. And we were down that way running an errand. I don't remember what it was. It's not the usual direction that we go for errands, so it must have been something specific. Anyway, we were running down that way, and we walked past this restaurant, and Sarah was like, when you get back from Unravel, maybe in a few weeks, we could have a really nice date night. We can come here, and have a nice evening out. We haven't done that in a while. And I was like, yeah, it has been a while since we've done that. And then I went to Unravel, and it was amazing, and had a blast, and had some good time with some excellent people. And then of course, by the time I got back from Unravel, things were already starting to crop up in the news, first it was Italy that had, a big cluster, and even just from that I was I know that this isn't gonna be something that goes away right away. So, we kind of stopped really going out and doing stuff even in early March, which was, 2 or 3 weeks before the official lockdown. So we never got to go there. We never went there. We never sort of dine in, but we've ordered out from them a couple times, and the food is just so freaking good. They use a charcoal grill, so, the halloumi is really good, and they have this rice, this seasoned rice, that I don't think I could recreate in a million years if I tried to. It's just, I could eat a bucket of that rice. It's so good. But they don't even have it on their sides menu. I don't know, one of these days I should call up there and be like, can you just send me, a vat of that rice? Just a whole vat just of that rice. They're gonna be like, what? Anyway, so we got takeaway tonight from this Turkish place, and it was so good. It's so interesting to me how much food can shift how a day feels, and how much food can change my outlook on things. I suppose that's a common thing, right? Because food is so intrinsic with our lives. It's the wrong word. Intertwined with our lives. We need food to survive, obviously. It's something that we have to have. And I know that there was a lot of, there's at least one, I don't know about a lot, of articles sort of June time, maybe May or June, and it was about people sort of reaching for foods that felt more comforting to them during this year of badness. I don't know if you watch Star Trek, but in Star Trek Voyager, there's this episode called The Year of Hell, and that's kind of how I feel about 2020. But yeah, I don't know. So we've been cooking a lot more, nice food, actually taking the time to cook something nice rather than just, throwing some stuff in the oven. And obviously there's just a whole heap of privilege where that's concerned, right? We don't have kids. We're not, anyway, a whole heap of privilege in being able to decide to cook nicer food, to spend more time on it, obviously. But we've been doing more of that, and then, I don't know, it's nice to have something to look forward to, I guess, when there's not really much else that we can look forward to. whether because events have been canceled, whether it's because, you know, we don't necessarily feel comfortable going to events right now, what have you. It's definitely dark out here. Even in the few minutes that I've been filming, it's gotten much darker. I feel like this is some very spooky lighting. It's probably not my best angle. Anyway, I did dye some new yarn today. I decided to go ahead and dye up a Coffee Witch shade, because we already have Tea Witch. And I wanted to add one more to the few things I'm going to put up in the shop probably later this week. I meant to do it last week, and things just really got on top of me, which is a running theme for my life in general. Especially lately. And I didn't realize until I was like putting the lid on top of the pan. I was like, I should have filmed that so that I could show people. But no, completely forgot. Completely spaced. So I'm really sorry. I have the hiccups now. So I'm really sorry that I spaced on that. But I will hopefully be able to show you tomorrow or the next day, depending on when it's dry. Obviously we're getting to a point in the year where things take a lot longer to dry because it's colder, it's wetter, you know, the heated air that the yarn dries in is having to kind of do more of the legwork than before. So things are taking a little bit longer, and so I'm having to kind of shift time scales on how I do things, which is always a little bit of an adjustment, but like it's fine, probably. It's fine. So yeah, heated airs and everything are really a good idea. I super highly recommend, whether you're drying yarn or whether you're trying to dry your clothes, like heated airs, like they're just the way to go. They're way more energy efficient than trying to use a dryer, especially the combination ones. I don't know, maybe there's somebody out there who was an amazing combination washer dryer, but the one that we had was wildly unimpressive to the point where I think we used the dryer like a handful of times over the however long we were here before it broke. What, 5 years? Yeah, that sounds right. Before it broke, maybe a handful of times because it just sucked. We just ended up hanging those like racks off of radiators instead, but there's only so much yarn and so many radiators that you have, so heated air is definitely, I've talked a lot about a heated air. Me and my weird affinity for appliances is rearing its head again. Don't get me started on my new food processor, we'll be here for another hour. Anyway, I guess I'll probably leave it there. I don't really have much else to say today other than it's Monday and I had nice food tonight and I have a lot of work to do tomorrow, but that's fine. I'm cool with that. I would rather be busy and feel like I'm slightly too busy than feel like I'm not busy. And it's not even like from, I don't know. I'm just somebody who I just always really like to be busy, and that's probably why I started knitting in the first place, because I couldn't just sit still and watch a show or a movie because I would feel like I had to be doing something. So, and here we are, however many years later, 14 years later? Old. Yeah. Old. I'm gonna leave it there tonight. As always, if you enjoyed my weird, completely nondescript rambling, sure, who wouldn't enjoy that? Please do like and subscribe. Please drop me a comment down below with, I don't know, your thoughts about anything. Solar lights, of which you can see. That's the one I put up yesterday. It's much brighter, much better. The string lights are kind of failing. They're not even on yet, which I realize it's not completely dark yet, but like it's pretty dark and we're not really doing anything. And I think that's probably just the nature of solar string lights, maybe, in that there's many lights here, whereas that's just one light, which is why it's much more effective. And hopefully, you know, in the future when we move, hopefully we will have a bit more outdoor space than like a one-person wide balcony, and I will get more solar lanterns because that's fun. Alright, I really am gonna shut up now and go and edit this and post it, and then I'm gonna write, and maybe tomorrow I will talk to you about something slightly more interesting than heated airs. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.